Assalamu alaikum, my beloved student. How are you? Hope you are doing well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIBS Home School. Here I am Lokman, an assistant teacher of English, National Ideal English Version School, Deship. Now I am going to take an English class for the students of class 7. Our today's discussion topic is scene passage, which has been taken from English for today, Unit 6, Lesson 8 and 9. Now open your book and go to model question 19 and 20. We will discuss two reading passages in our today's class. In this class, it has been discussed about the selfish giant. A giant who was very rude in nature. Once he went to visit his friend. Due to his absence, some children played in his garden. He had a very beautiful, lovely garden. In this garden, children played and they made his garden as a playground. But whenever he came back from his friend's house, he found that in his garden some children were playing. Hence he became very angry to the children. He drove them away. And then what's happened? Let's see in our today's discussion. Okay. This is the selfish giant, passages 1 and 2, model question 19 and 20 from your advanced book. Read the text first and then choose the best answer to the following questions from the alternatives. First of all, we will skim and scan the passage. First of all, we will read out the full passage to get a general overview. We will identify where is the information located, and then we will go back to question. After reading question, then we will come back to passage again and we will just scan the information from our reading passage so that we can answer clearly and properly. Now let's see. The story was telling by Shima's grandfather. Shima's grandfather was telling the story of the selfish giant in the family gathering. Grandmother refused to go to bed. How is funny. She forgot her back pain also, the selfish giant. It was a large, lovely garden with soft green grass. Here and there over the grass stood beautiful flowers. Also there were fruit trees around the garden. It means that the garden was very beautiful and fully green nature we can find in this garden. One day the giant came back. First of all, he went to see his friend in a distant land and stayed with them for 7 years. He spent a lot of time in his friend's house. When he came back, he saw children playing in his garden. He asked them, "What are you doing here?" cried the giant in a very gruff voice. The children ran away. Every afternoon the children came back from school and used to go and play in the giant's garden. Basically, children used to go to school and came back from school. They went to his garden and played there. But when the giant saw them, he cried loudly and rebuked them. Okay, his speech again. "My own garden is my own garden," said the giant. "Anyone can understand that, and I will allow nobody to play in it." So he built a high wall all around and put up a notice. The notice was given here: "Trespassers will be punished." How funny. Trespassers will be punished. If anyone enters my garden without taking any permission, they will be punished. Okay. So this is our first passage. Now go to second passage and model question 20. The children had now nowhere to play as they were driven away from giant's playground, giant's garden. Now the children had no place to play. There were no gardens around and roads were busy and crowded. After school, they used to go around the high wall and talk about the beautiful garden inside. "How happy we were there," they said to each other. Then came the spring, and all over the country there were flowers and there were birds. We know that in spring season in our country or all over the country, flowers blossom in all trees. But it's happened in giant's garden. There was no trees with any flowers. Okay. Only in the garden of the giant, it was still winter. Here there were no birds singing, no flowers blossoming. There were only snow and frost and north wind in it. Now, speech of giant. I can understand why the spring is so late in coming. The question of giants, you know the answer. Why is not happening? But the giant, selfish giant, doesn't know and didn't know what's happening. Okay, he was sitting at the window of his big castle and looking at his cold, dry, lifeless garden. I hope there will be a change in the weather. But neither spring nor summer came to his garden. This is all about our today's reading passage. Now you should go to question. Now choose the correct answer to each questions from the alternatives given and write the corresponding number of the answers in your answer script. Question number 1. Srima's grandfather was telling the story of, here story means history, fiction, poem, tale. We can see history, fiction and tale. These three words, the similar word of and synonym of story, but according to the passage and usage of the word, the most appropriate answer should be tale. The most appropriate answer should be tale. Give tick mark here. Next, number 2. It was a lovely garden. Here lovely means, we know that lovely means beautiful. Okay, this is word here. Question number 3. Which one of the following words has a similar meaning of distant? We know that distant means near. No, it can't be far off. Distance, this is the same word but different parts of speech. Travel, it can't be. So distance means far off. Next, go to question number 4. The word own means wine. No, wine means alcohol or any kinds of liquid drink. So B number own means to get something or acquire something. So it can't be the answer. Belonging to oneself, yes, this is the most appropriate answer. Okay, next go to question number 5. The word around means, around is a preposition which means all on sides, which means all on sides. Okay, 6 number, the roads were busy and crowded. Here busy means occupied. Check with all alternatives answer. Occupied, free, no, relaxed, no, tired, it can be, yes, that should be the answer. Occupied, busy means occupied, who remains busy. The word understand means right, no, this is the very far away from understand. Realize, mistake, represent, yes, that should be the answer. Realize means understand means realize. Okay, now we are at the end of our today's class. Now I will provide you an SW. Please, this is very important to submit this SW. You know that all types of SBA marks, city marks and diary marks depend on the submission of your SW. So please don't delay to submit this SW, and you should mention your roll number, section number and make different copies for different subjects. Now let's see our today's SW topic. This is our rearrange. Rearrange the following sentences in correct order. Number A. He showed it to his wife. Here are some jumbled or random sentences you have to arrange into proper order so that it makes a meaningful story. He showed it to his wife. Number B. However, he picked it up and carried it home. The lands yielded him some crops. One day he was passing through the fields. He thought that it might have been dropped by a passerby. With that, he supported his family with difficulty. He had a few acres of land, so he always thought how he could add to his income. There lived a farmer. While walking, he came across a purse of gold. So first of all, pick up the sentences first and then write corresponding correct number and try to answer yourself. Okay, this is all about our today's discussion. I hope you have understood our reading passage. There were two reading passages. It was about a selfish giant who was very rude in nature, and what's happening in this story you have already learned. So keep practicing and read aloud. Eat more vegetables, stay home, stay well. So you will hope we will see you again, and inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.